Let's call this a modern fairy tale.
What could possibly go wrong?
They have proven themselves to be liars.
Why are they talking about race?
How you don't have your daddy at your wedding?
I want to be near them. I want to be a part of their life.
What you're doing to your father's not right.
She wanted her privacy invaded.
There were women who worked for her who were absolutely broken by her.
Just by existing, we were upsetting the dynamic of the hierarchy.
He has become a traitor.
Who are their friends now?
The fairy tale has fractured.
They would change the world.
So a few months before they got married. Okay, so think about that. This was a sign that they were welcoming her into the family, allowing her to join such events.
We were allowing this because Harry was besotted with the fact that his wife, in his eyes, could command a room.
Come a long way from Little Red Schoolhouse.
Hours before a speech or public appearance, I'd be soaked with sweat. I'd be unable to think, my mind buzzing with fear and fantasies of running away.
Are you nervous?
Yes. We made our first public outing with Willie and Kate, the Royal Foundation Forum, February 2018.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage the patrons of the Royal Foundation, the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge and Prince Harry and Miss Meghan Markle.
Meghan joins Harry with her future in-laws, William and Kate, who is pregnant with her third child.
The foundation was nearing 10 years of existence, and we spoke about its past while looking to its future, with us four at the helm. While a woman asked us softball questions before a fairly good-sized audience.
Meghan, it's well known you've championed the empowerment of women and young girls and promoting their self-worth. How do you hope to continue that work with the Royal Foundation?
I think what's interesting is I hear a lot of people saying when speaking about girls' empowerment, finding and knowing their worth.
You didn't really do anything notable that made you, this empowered woman as much as you did the old Hollywood thing of marrying a rich man.
Everybody comes to Hollywood, got a dream. What's your dream?
When I was a little girl, I would pretend I was a princess trapped in the tower, and then this knight on a white horse would come charging up and rescue me.
You'll often hear people say, well, you're helping women find their voices. And I fundamentally disagree with that because
women don't need to find their voice, they have a voice. They need to feel empowered to use it. And people need to listen.
She positioned herself as this sort of feminist princess speaking up for women, but that seemed to fall a little flat. Many British women couldn't really relate to that because they didn't feel silenced, as Meghan would suggest.
I always thought it was a pretty stupid quote because we've all got voices. We don't need her to tell us that.
It became clear during this press conference that Meghan was going to be different and perhaps difficult, that she was going to be veering off script.
And I think right now in the climate that we're seeing with so many campaigns, with Me Too and Time's Up.
Days later, controversy. Something about Meg showing support for #MeToo.
This is the first time that we've heard anyone associated with the royal family talking about those campaigns.
Meghan showed she has no intention of steering away from controversy and a bold public endorsement of the Me Too and Time's Up campaign.
It's important to remember the royal family in the UK and the causes that they champion are deliberately non-controversial. Meghan...
I was the little activist.
Meghan was a princess, not a politician. It's not a seat on The View, right? You're not supposed to have big political opinions and then voice them every single day.
I didn't know that would be taboo to talk about. To me, it was just topical.
Of course it was something more than just topical. It was the Me Too movement was probably the biggest thing, the biggest topic. But she goes, no, she minimizes it. Goes, it was just topical.
For too long, women have not been heard or believed if they dared to speak their truth to the power of those men. But their time is up.
There is no better time. I guess we wait a couple months and then we can hit the ground running.
Well, she got pregnant straight away. She had a longer maternity leave than what she was initially intending to do. She did work on a couple of projects, but I found them to be vanity projects. Editing for Vogue, designing a capsule collection with one of her designer friends, Mishanunu. And I just don't really feel that they're, charitable causes, if I'm honest with you.
You have been quietly, like you say, behind the scenes, let's just say laying the foundations for your future work. Can you tell us a bit more about that? Sadly, I can't.
Look at Harry's face. He's embarrassed, either for her or by her. He's angry. He's checking the audience to gauge how many people clocked this mess.
The body language, it has to be said, was awkward. You didn't have to look too hard to see some of the awkwardness.
But I will say, if we know how, and I certainly know how passionate.
The issue is when someone who's marrying in, who should be a supporting act, is then stealing the limelight or is doing the job better than the person who was born to do this.
Knowing that some of the work that I've done in the past has been in Commonwealth countries like Rwanda, India.
Oh, I thought we were talking, mental health initiatives. Let me tell you what I did in Rwanda.
So this reach, I think, can have some really nice legs to it once we can start. But I guess, yes, exactly. To be continued.
Okay. As family, do you ever have disagreements about things?
Oh, yes.
All 4 chairs start to swivel at the exact same time on the stage. Everybody up there.
Healthy disagreement.
Okay, the last thing you disagreed on, how do you resolve it?
I can't remember, they come so thick and fast.
But is it resolved? We don't know.
Oh, we don't know. Well, you're putting on a great show.
We get Meghan suppressing on Harry's forearm. There, she covers her mouth. She vents with the back of her hair there to let out heat. I think those are good indicators that there already is something going on between those brothers and the wives.
Afterwards, one journalist dubbed us the Fab Four.
Behind the scenes, Meghan hated that phraseology of the Fab Four. She just couldn't stand it. She didn't want to be in a box with 4 other people.
It's another team player as part of the bigger team, and for all of us, all we want to do is be able to.
No. Behind the scenes, Meghan had decided she did not want to be part of a Fab Four.
All this came on the heels of an awkward moment backstage. Meg asked to borrow Kate's lip gloss. Kate grimaced.
Harry put it down to a small clash of styles and then blamed the media.
So awful the way the media has to pit women against each other and make it seem like you hate her, when in reality,
I hate her.
The impression is that they just, almost from the get-go, they don't get on. Fair?
Yeah, fair.
Chilling. Staring down Catherine. I think we get a real glimpse right here.
The Fabulous Four no more. Meghan and Harry officially cutting ties with William and Kate.
Somebody on their staff actually found Meghan designing a logo for their new foundation that she had already named. And Meghan was engineering this very early on. It just is a little window into the way she was calculating things.
While they joked about the difficulties of working together, this would prove to be the only time we saw all 4 of them at such an event.
Working as family does have its challenges, of course it does. Everybody here, the fact that everyone's laughing means that everybody knows exactly what it's like. Look, we're stuck together for the rest of our lives, so.
This is true. Togetherness at its
Togetherness,
finest.
yeah.
They truly regret
that they didn't step in the early days of the relationship to prevent it from developing.
That's because Meghan was in her love bombing stage, exactly like the snake in the Disney film The Jungle Book. You know, the snake with the swirly eyes?
Trust in me, just in me.
That's what Meghan did to Harry, right? She tricked him.
It's worrying that so many people are questioning whether Meghan is right for Harry.
All of the family felt that Harry was rushing into this too quickly.
Saying that you're absolutely bonkers for not checking this woman out and going into the detail of her life and working out what you're marrying into.
With hindsight, they can see that the only chance any of them might have had was at the very outset, when they could have dished the dirt on her checkered past to Harry.
So the two of you are not involved off the show?
No.
No. That would never work. So why is there so much chemistry here?
There's some doubt that Harry would have actually believed any of it.
His family's been so welcoming and
You've met quite a few of them, actually.
I have, on both sides of his family, his mom's side as well, which has been really important to me.
Earl Spencer was concerned about how this marriage might be trouble. And you say, at William's request, Earl Spencer weighed in. He went to Prince Harry and said, you should reconsider this.
Which actually disappointed Harry. Even her sisters agreed that they didn't think that Meghan's motives seemed to be the most pure.
And I think in being able to meet his aunts and in some way know a part of her through them.
They all warned Harry about getting married too quick because they hadn't known each other that long.
And my grandparents as well have been wonderful throughout this whole process, and they've known for quite some time.
At dinner, I was sat next to H's grandfather. And it was so great. And I talked about this and talked about this. And he was like, you had his bad ear. He couldn't hear anything you were saying. I was like, oh. Well, I thought it went really well.
Prince Philip never liked Meghan from the word go. He felt Harry was making the biggest mistake of his life.
But the most astonishing revelation...
Prince Philip, who is allegedly quoted in saying, one should be seen with an actress, but not marry one.
Upon leaving the chapel that day, he turned to the Queen and said, thank fuck, that's over.
He just couldn't get away from the fact of the similarities between Meghan and Harry and Edward and Mrs. Simpson, which is why he used to call her the Duchess of Windsor. I mean, not to her face, obviously. We used to call her Dow, D-O-W.
And I like nicknames a lot. I love nicknames.
The Queen said, Meghan and William and Kate are not working well. That is what the Queen said about the two girls.
The Queen had reservations that this relationship might be moving a little bit too fast.
Have you met the Queen?
I have, yes.
A couple of times.
What was that like?
A couple of times.
Yeah, it's interesting, isn't it? Because it's been suggested that the Queen wasn't quite so quick to fall in love with Meghan.
As the Queen also said, Harry was a little bit too much in love.
The Queen's very worried. Harry is besotted and weak about women. We hope, but don't think, that she is in love. We think she engineered it all.
Nobody ever thought that Meghan was in love with Harry.
The problem, bless his heart, is that Harry is neither bright nor strong, and she is both. And we are watching her trample on him.
Harry doesn't know what hit him. You know, he was totally besotted.
He was so desperate to settle down and start a family.
Everybody knew that Harry was obsessed with Meghan and that Harry was like a drug addict and he would have sold his soul to get his fix. And he did. He sold it to Penguin Random House.
Only 2% of people at work go to HR to talk about mental health. 2%.